Hey, what's up, everybody? I wanted to get on here really quickly and talk to you about the importance of human emotion in human connection. So, if you value human connection, really deeply connecting with other people, building meaningful relationships, having meaningful experiences, connecting with people in a way that they feel heard and seen and loved and valued and understood, even in a business context, like people want to know that you know their financial situation, their goals, their dreams, their aspirations. If that's the type of connection that you desire or you seek or you're passionate about and you're in the work, I want to talk a little bit about this shortly here before I hop on this next call because it's been coming up for me. So the conversation was coming around. Uh, I was talking to some of my clients about public speaking and really being able to help people to go through a process of transformation. Okay. And obviously, there's a degree of transformation that's available to people when we speak. And so, I can attend a 1 hour talk that somebody has and I can grow, say, 1%. Okay. Which will be good for me because if I grow 1% every single day and 1 year I go 365%. All right. Um, but there's an opportunity where in a speech you can grow 20%. You can say 100%. You can get 365% growth in one particular talk because of the amount of emotional connection that's cultivated from between the speaker and the audience. Okay. And so one of the ways to think of it is when you think about constructing a speech, a lot of people, and I used to teach, in higher education, speech communication class, where we taught you to think of your audience that you want to speak to. You're speaking to the one person, what's your avatar, and then you write your main point, your sub points that are going to go under that, and then kind of like this mechanical way of constructing your your speech. Okay, one of the things that I believe is that the emotion is more powerful than the information when it's information alone. Okay. So like when you do it that way, it is like you're building it wrong. Hey, sweetie. And so you're building it with your mind instead of building it with your heart. Okay. And what I've learned from my experience is that when you try to like build it from your mind first and then like add the emotion or add the heart in, it ruins the connection that you're able to make with the audience, which ruins the amount of transformation that you're able to provide for the listeners when the opportunity is not to lead with the head, but to lead with the heart. Okay, so how do I do that? There's tons of ways, but one of the things that we talked about uh, today is starting with the emotion first. And there's ways that you can access this and ways that you can contextualize this and discern this. But you want to start. One of my favorite scriptures talk about God being able to hear our moanings and our groanings, okay? Because our sounds have communication. One way to think about this is that you think about your favorite performer. Okay, you think about the amount of emotion that you feel come from them, even if you don't even if you don't know the words. I can hear the sound and feel the emotion. Okay, ask yourself this question: if you're a leader and you speak to any audience, what emotion are people feeling from me? Okay. And I get it. Most people want to go solely the passionate route, right? Just passion. I want to feel passion. I want to feel passion. Well, can I tell you, we're living in a generation where passion is not enough. Passion is starting to sound a little old to people. And I'm passionate. I want people to feel that from me, that I believe in this more than anything, Like I want them to feel like I'm passionate about it. But the problem with that is that if you think of it from a tone standpoint, okay, tone keyboard. Okay. It is like hitting the same key on the keyboard, hoping that you're really connecting with people emotionally. If I went there and I hit F sharp over and I wish I had a keyboard in here, I'll press right now. And I just pressed it over and 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 over, you would get tired of it. And I'll tell you, it's a lot of communicators, they sound that way. It is the same key over and over and over and over and over again, and we're really not truly connecting with our audience. When you have a conversation with somebody, you speak in multiple tones. There's some ups, there's some laughter, there's some low pitches, there's some high pitches. There's all these things that are going on because you're building connection versus just communicating information. And so the opportunity is start with the groan. Start with the deepest emotion that you have about the thing that you're passionate about sharing or the thing that you're looking to share more of. And when you have the tone, build the speech, the content, the main points, the sub points after you get in touch with the emotion. What that will help you to do is create greater connection in your speeches so that people don't just know what you know, but they feel that you can feel where they're at. They know that you get it. And because they feel that connection with you, they will then open themselves up for greater levels of transformation in what you say. There's a ton of people, and I know because this happened to me billions of times, where people said, Daryl, you did a great job, loved it so much. Thank you so much. I needed to hear that. It was right on time, but they didn't do anything with the thing that I gave them. They applauded me, but they did not apply. Okay. And just because I put 3 tips at the end of how to apply it doesn't mean that people apply it. They write it down, but they don't execute it. Why? Because there was a connection piece. I had no emotional reason to really transform. You're telling me to switch the way I lead my employees. You're telling me to change the way that I process my past traumas. You're telling me to do something differently, to think something differently, to be someone different, even if it is be more of myself. I don't trust you enough to follow you. I will clap and applaud and say thank you for the notes, but I won't change my behavior because I'm not emotionally compelled. Have you ever seen an advertisement without emotion? It sucks, doesn't it? Have you ever seen an email without emotion? You don't open it, do you? Have you ever watched a video with no emotion? You don't watch it very long, do you? So, what is the emotions that I'm cultivating? And if this is something you need help for, if this is your sauce, and I tell you, I'm looking for 4 people that I'm working with this month, help you craft your core messages, share your stories to the audiences that are just ripe to hear your message, that are waiting for you to say, show me the way, show me how to grow my company, show me how to live with greater connection with myself and greater connection with God, show me how to reconcile my relationships. If that's you, let me know, okay? Looking for some people whose work I would love to support and who I believe will make a difference in this world. I believe our ability to communicate per scripture, that power of life and death is in the tongue. If we start to use our voices to speak life, to share light, I believe that is how our planet transforms. That is how we access the abundance that's around us. Okay. Love you. Appreciate you. Got to go to this meeting.